Hello everyone, welcome to our latest episode of our REIT series. In our previous videos, we shared how our interest rate outlook will affect REIT returns and why REIT is a good addition to your retirement portfolio. We also shared the usefulness of our 3 key yardsticks framework to identify if a REIT is stable and worth investing in for the long run. If you have not watched our previous videos on our REIT series, I recommend you to watch it after you have finished watching this video. With high inflation and ever-rising costs, keeping money in the bank at fixed deposit rates is the worst strategy for your retirement. If you are currently in the golden years of your career, owning a good REIT is the solution to the above problem, as REIT pays the unit holder the rental returns it receives from its property portfolios, thus giving you a steady stream of passive income. In today's episode, we will share with you 3 things we use based on what we taught in our previous video as to how we identify a good REIT and apply this method to a good Singapore REIT we identified, and why we think that this good quality Singapore REIT could be added onto your existing portfolio. Hello everyone, welcome back to the STA Club, the club for stock trading and analysis. This channel is dedicated to providing you with high quality tutorials, guides and insights that demystify the world of trading. Join us as we will share more trading secrets and valuable insights. To stay updated and to be the first to access these valuable resources, hit the subscribe button now. By subscribing, you're opening the door to a world of trading and maximizing your potential for success. Before we dive in, here is a quick disclaimer. The information in this video is for educational purposes only. It's not a call to buy or sell. Today, we shall dive in and use our 3 yardsticks to learn why we think Ascendas CapitaLand REIT is a good Singapore REIT to add into your portfolio. The first yardstick is to identify the quality of the REIT's underlying assets and tenants. Let's first take a look at Ascendas' portfolio, where 37% or the largest portion of its portfolio is in the business space. The business space includes light industrial office assets such as its Changi Business Park property assets, mainly leased to several MNCs, including some banks. Next, logistics comprises 27% of its entire portfolio and is the second largest asset class within the Ascendas REIT portfolio. Logistics space includes the giant hypermarket in Tampines and the logistics facility in Jurong. These are great assets as we continue to see Singapore as a robust center for trade and logistics due to its favorable tax environment going into the future. You will also find that 64% of Ascendas REIT's portfolio is concentrated in Singapore, while only a small portion of its assets under management is spread to countries like the USA, Australia and Europe. Therefore, I consider Ascendas REIT's portfolio a rather conservative portfolio because most of its assets are concentrated in Singapore. As long as you, the investor, is confident with the Singapore economy and is also familiar with the Singapore commercial property market, this will be a good REIT to allocate some of your retirement funds into. As at 30th July 2024, Ascendas REIT's total portfolio is set at $16.9 billion and is currently one of the largest Singapore exchange-listed REIT by market capitalization. This gives us a confirmation that Ascendas REIT has a strong and widely diversified portfolio of assets. Let us now take a look at Ascendas REIT's debt profile to determine whether its portfolio of investments are risky. As at March 2024, Ascendas REIT's aggregate leverage was 38.3% and increased slightly as compared to December 2023. However, this is well below the 50% maximum cap regulated for Singapore REITs. Interest coverage ratio has declined slightly to 3.7 times as its weighted average debt cost increased to 3.8% as at March 2024. Let's now look at Ascendas REIT's occupancy rate. The overall occupancy portfolio as at March 2024 has remained steady, of which Singapore has an occupancy rate of 92.3%, the USA 89.5%, Australia 96.6% and Europe 97.5%. This gives an overall portfolio occupancy rate of 93.3%, which is well above our general requirement of at least 90% for any good REIT's occupancy rate. Ascendas REIT has also a weighted average lease expiry of 3.9 years. This is also well above our general requirement of at least 3 years on its weighted average lease expiry for a good quality REIT. By looking at Ascendas REIT's asset size, portfolio diversity, portfolio occupancy and weighted average lease expiry, we can see that Ascendas REIT has easily scored well for yardstick 1 and has passed our requirements tests. The second yardstick is to identify the REIT's sponsors and managers. This yardstick determines whether the team is strong financially and run by trustable managers. For Ascendas REIT, you will find on its website that its sponsor is CapitaLand Investment. CapitaLand Investment is a well-established sponsor with assets under management of over $134 billion. Ascendas REIT's mission is to deliver predictable distributions and achieve long-term capital stability for its unit holders. Let's find out if the managers have been able to fulfill its mission statement thus far. From this table, you will find that since 2017, Ascendas REIT has been paying out consistent dividends with dividend yields of at least 5%. This indicates that the manager has been able to deliver the REIT's mission consistently thus far, and this should also continue on in the future. In the third and final yardstick, we shall identify Ascendas REIT's distribution history. We identify a good REIT by making sure the REIT has a past track record of at least 5 years or more paying sustainable distributions without missing any. Here is a chart of the historical dividend payout of Ascendas REIT since 2017. You will find that an important thing to note is whether Ascendas REIT continues to pay distributions during major crises such as the COVID crisis in 2020 to 2022. Indeed, as you can see here, during the COVID crisis years, Ascendas REIT has still managed to pay a distribution of 14.68 cents in 2020, 15.25 cents in 2021, and 15.80 cents in 2022. These distributions translated to a yield of 4.9% in 2020, 5.1% in 2021, and 5.7% in 2022, indicating healthy returns despite being in a crisis where most businesses would have ceased due to the lockdowns from the COVID. Based on its website, Ascendas REIT have also not missed any distribution payments since 2003. This gives Ascendas REIT a good reputation as a REIT that is strong financially and reliable when it comes to distributions. In conclusion, after studying the 3 key yardsticks of Ascendas REIT, we think that Ascendas REIT has passed all our yardstick measures, and based on today's closing prices, Ascendas REIT distribution yield is currently at 5.3% per annum, making it a good asset to include into your retirement portfolio. Till then, stay tuned and see you in our next video. Goodbye!